This is Andi Purewal for Boxing Social, and I'm delighted to be joined by Razvan Cojanu. Razvan, how are you?
I'm good, sir. How are you?
I'm all good, thank you. It's good to hear you doing well. Now, obviously, for the viewers, you was originally meant to fight Daniel Dubois tonight here at Brentwood Centre. Just talk to me about the disappointment of Daniel obviously falling ill at such late notice.
I mean, this is the life. What can I do? It's about his health, and I understand he was sick, and I wish him well. And I find great news tonight from the promoter Warren. I'm gonna get a shot to fight him against him in March, and it's good for me.
Is it a fight at some point you would still like to have again?
I mean, I really want to fight him because everyone knows him like a boogeyman, and I like the challenge.
Now, obviously, you was originally meant to fight Daniel when you came over, but that fight was cancelled, and now you're going in with Nathan Gorman next week on the massive Josh Warrington, Carl Frampton undercard. Talk to me about Nathan and this late notice to be able to fight him.
It's a short notice for me for sure, but Nathan is a great fighter. It's a fast fighter, which remember me of Andi Ruiz, if you stay and judge them by the styles. And we're gonna be a great challenge for me, and I wanna end up the year with a great result.
From watching footage of the two guys and from what you know about them, who do you think would have been a tougher test, Nathan or Daniel?
I mean, they're two different styles. If you stay and look at Daniel, it's straight in the line. It's very close his style with Joshua, for example, and Gorman, it's very close to Andi Ruiz. He's punching by the angles, he's moving pretty quick, he's fast, and it's very, very, very close. Actually, after the first 10 seconds when I watched his first video with him, I make the connection with him and Andi Ruiz.
Now, obviously, you've only had a little over a week to prepare for Nathan. How much more of a pain or a struggle will it make for your own plan come fight night? How difficult could it be for you to adjust to the two different styles so close to the new date?
I mean, my style, I'm a fighter, I'm a boxer, and my point is I have to be in the ring to stay busy, to stay active, to win experience, and to get better and better. This is a challenge. I feel like I'm a warrior. I have to do it. And I'm gonna do it, and my point is to do it to be at my best performance.
Now, your previous two opponents are very notable in the heavyweight division, Joseph Parker and Luis Ortiz. Just start off with Joseph Parker. You fought for a world title. How key is that experience going to be next Saturday when you're going into a packed Manchester arena? You're the away fighter. There's going to be a lot of fans who will probably be booing you on the night and cheering on Nathan because there's a lot of expectation on Nathan to achieve great things. How do you think you'll cope with that?
I mean, I had way more horrible moments regarding the booing and the things. That's nothing. It's understandable. It's his fans. I think in Manchester we're gonna be a lot of Romanian fans too, and I hope they're gonna come to the fight too. But that's not gonna be a problem. I'm a fighter, man. I mean, this is my job. It's give me sometimes, you know, the booing and the negative energy is giving you power and make you more meaner, you know. And you make sure to tell them to don't boo me too much, to don't be too mean, make me too mean.
Now, obviously, the Joseph Parker fight, you took him a full distance.
Yes.
When you reflect on that, what would you make of your performance?
With Joseph Parker. Parker is a fast fighter. I mean, it was a great fight. Like I said before, and I repeat myself so many times, for that fight I was in his camp, and the last 2 weeks I didn't do nothing. They still keep me in the camp, but they pay me, but I was having fun with my wife and my kids in Vegas. I didn't train 1 minute in the last 2 weeks before that fight. I got home, and on a Friday, 1 week before the fight, I got a call from them, from his team. You want to take the fight? And they're not very stupid to say no to a title shot. I'm going to take it even if I'm with one leg in a grave, you know. I said, yes, for sure. What's the deal? Send me the contract and let's do it. I didn't believe it. And I got the contract. And I fly in 3 days I saw myself in the ring. Doesn't matter. Parker was a better man that night. He was the champion at that time. And I want to congratulate him because he just won tonight, right? With Flores. Knock him out in the third round. And he's a great guy. And he got a great and professional, very professional team.
When you started boxing, was that aim always to fight for a world title? Was that the dream of yours, or did you think less and you had more, I don't want to say realistic aims because I don't know what you was looking to achieve, but what was you looking to achieve in the sport?
I mean, when I start first time boxing, that's a good question. I remember I saw myself a national champion, and in a few months I had the selection to be part of the fighter for the national, because you have to select. They select you, and if you're good enough, you can go to the national. I remember I had a few good nights I couldn't sleep, shaking and tripping and thinking about how I'm gonna do. And my first national competition, the national champion, I got silver medal after like 3 months of boxing. It was pretty good, amazing actually.
So just to fight for your nation was what you wanted to do when you started boxing? That was the biggest aim that you had originally?
Not really. Actually, my dream was America. My dream was to be a professional a champion in America, a professional fighter in USA. That was the mother of the boxing. Now, I came here, for example, and I'm very close to my country, from Romania, right? And England, it's amazing with what they do with the boxing, and how in the last few years, how the boxing got so big in Europe and important, and now you can compare the fighters from England with the USA. Many of them are way better than in USA. That I'm trying to say. I don't know, who knows, maybe this can bring any change. Maybe I come back in Europe, and who knows. I'm open.
Now, Joseph Parker has, since your fight, he's got a couple of defeats on his record to Anthony Joshua and Dillian Whyte. If you had a full camp behind you, would it be a rematch that you would like to have at some point?
I would love it. Against Parker, yeah. I would love it. That's going to be a fight, but with a decent camping time. I mean, like him. I mean, both of us to find out the fight and go separate on the camps and to start from the same level. I mean, yeah, I would love to.
So with a full camp, you would take the rematch?
I will take the rematch even without a full camp, but I'm just saying.
Just a bit of notice.
To cannot say after. I don't like excuses. I don't want to use excuses, and that will not gonna give me no excuses.
Now, obviously, after you fought Joseph Parker, you went in with Luis Ortiz, King Kong himself. Talking about the Ortiz fight, and for everybody who may not know you, and I know Luis Ortiz to the general public may not be a big name, but in the boxing world he certainly is one of the biggest names in the heavyweight division. Just talking about that fight and your reflections on it.
Against Ortiz, that was a horrible night for me, and that tell me, Raz, wake up, it's heavyweight division, I did mistakes. I had mistakes in the camp. I didn't have the proper, again, excuses. I was asking for my team to give me the best southpaw sparring, what they can bring me. They bring me 2 guys. For example, I sparred one of the guys the first day, and after 2 rounds, I hurt him in the shoulder. They couldn't find nobody else. Doesn't matter. My point is, the biggest mistake which I did with him in the ring was the moment when I tried to wake up too fast, stand up too fast. Did you remember the fight? I tried to stand up too fast. You saw the fight. I was surprised because he did a step with the foot. He got me with the right hook, and after he got me with the left. Actually, the hook, the right hook, was very flashy. It was barely touched me. That was the problem. The problem was the left hand, which I didn't saw it, because the right hand blocked the view. My main mistake of that, and after all my fights, I should take my time over there. Look at Tyson Fury.
That's what the point I was going to bring up.
Tyson Fury, I never believe it. I watched not the fight, that moment, that particular moment, over 30, 40 times. A friend of mine said, look, he's looking like he's laying down on a beach, catching some sun. The motherfucker wake up, man. That's amazing. I mean, that's a real athlete. I don't know, and I'm not sure, and I'm curious. Did he realize he's on the 7, 8, and dude, I have to stand up? Or it was just luck? But I think he realized. I think he was there. I think he was in the moment, you know. He looked pretty fresh. When he came back, he was okay. He was like nothing happening. I'm good, let's go.
Was Tyson getting up, is that one of the greatest, if not the greatest, heavyweight moment that maybe not necessarily you've just seen, but throughout the time in heavyweight boxing? I know you're going to have to go back through the Ali's, the Buster Douglas beating Mike Tyson, for example, but how highly would you rank just that moment for people's thoughts to never forget?
Man, I mean, it's not, no. Look at Tyson Fury career against Vladimir. That was amazing performance. I mean, he's a great athlete, and he showed to many people he came back from. I said he will never box again. When I saw him, how big he was, when I read the things with what he was, cocaine or what he was under, doesn't matter. How big he was, I said he's done. That's it. Look at him now. He's giving way much trouble to Deontay Wilder. I mean, for big trouble. Before the fight, if you ask me, I didn't give Fury one chance. Who am I to give him? Doesn't matter. That's not the point. The point is, he's a great athlete, and he deserves his place in the top.
How did you score the fight?
Honestly, now I'm gonna make red the camera. I saw Fury won. Okay. I saw Fury won.
Close or quite a distant?
Come on, now let's not close. Close. But I think it's boxing against everything is a business. I understand the decision like that, and I think it's better like that. It's smart. Guys, push and do everything and make the rematch here on the O2. You guys have the O2 arena. That's gonna be amazing. That will be crazy. I mean, what can you have better than that? And the fans here are in love with boxing.
Where does Anthony Joshua fit into it? Who would you rather see out of Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury? Which two would you like to see fight next?
I really want to see the rematch between Fury and Wilder. I'm looking forward to this rematch.
And how does it go? How do you think the rematch will play out?
I don't know. It's a heavyweight. Anything can happen. You saw he was laying down on the beach. I mean, he came back, man. He was gone and he came. You never know. I will never gonna say nothing in my future regarding Tyson Fury fights. I swear, because I said it before. He will not gonna have a chance with Fury. He will not gonna catch with Fury with Wilder. He will not gonna catch 5 rounds.
Well, Razvan, I know the boxing is just about to start, so thank you for speaking to Boxing Social.
Always. Thank you very much. I'm happy to be in England, even if it's a little bit rainy and it's cold. I got a big jacket, but it's great, man, here.
Need to come back in the summer?
I will make sure to come back. Now it's picking up pretty good with the boxing England, and I'm going to be here. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Razvan.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you.